Hello everybody, welcome back. This is EonShiKeno. We've got a game here for you. This is actually a best of 3. We've got TT1, our red Protoss player, down here in the bottom left part of the map, and on the top right, we've got IdrA, our blue Zerg player here on the top right part of the map. And I just noticed something that's kind of odd. This color up here at the top is green, and he's actually red. It's kind of odd. I thought that was supposed to match up. IdrA is blue, and that name is blue, so it's kind of weird. But anyway, this is a best of 3 here, so we're going to see what Fnatic MSI TT1 can do. It's been a while since I've actually seen him play. I've seen IdrA play quite a bit. He seems to be all over the place lately. But haven't seen much of TT1, so we'll see what he's going to do here this game. And we have him coming up here, going to wall off the front more than likely. And IdrA probably going to go for a, let's see, I don't know what IdrA might do. He could easily go for a hatch first or a pool opening, one of the two I would assume. So Probe going to go out, going to go do some scouting, and we've got some scouting over here on the right side. And yeah, not much to talk about this early on in the game. One thing that I'm anticipating is MLG this weekend. That is going to be insanely fun. We've got some Koreans showing up. We've got MC's now going to show up, taking Bomber's place, which is actually going to be very interesting for IdrA to have to play against. And of course also Tyler, he's in the same group. Tyler didn't actually have to practice any PvP for this initial group stage, but because no one in his group was Protoss, but now that he's going to have to play against MC, it's going to maybe be a little bit difficult for him, a matchup he hasn't maybe practiced as much against for that group stage. So that may be a little challenging for him, but it's definitely going to be really cool. We also have July Zerg is going to show up to MLG this weekend, so that's going to be really fun. Really bunch of good stuff there, and hopefully MLG will make up for their last event. Dallas was kind of a downer, so supposed to have 2 streams, supposed to have some amazing casters there, and I just hope it's going to be a really good event. I'm going to be watching myself from my comfort of my own apartment, but I won't be actually there in person, unfortunately. So IdrA going for a gas speedling opening. And what do we have down here in TT1's base? Nothing much. Just going to go for that simple wall off. Actually getting 2 gas here. So I'm going to go for more, maybe going to go for a 3 sentry expand. Maybe get up to Stargate, something like that. But IdrA is going to actually get this expansion down uncontested against TT1. But of course the 2 Zerglings were coming out, so that pylon wouldn't have lasted very long. TT1 is going to drive around here the back path, and IdrA is going to follow in pursuit. Sending 2 more Zerglings out, going to go to both of these Xel'Naga towers here in the middle. And he actually may cut, is he going to try and cut him off? No. He's actually just going to go down to the Xel'Naga tower. And this probe is just trying to get away. He's probably going to run back there, check out that expansion just to make sure IdrA has expanded. Recently I've noticed IdrA hasn't, he's kind of diversified his playstyle a lot more than he used to. He used to be very predictable, but I think nowadays IdrA has a little bit more, has more tools in his toolbox, I guess you could say, as far as strategies goes. I've seen him do a lot of really aggressive, really quick expansion into like a really quick Zergling Roach bust, try and bust some expansion. So I definitely think he's not as cookie cutter as he used to be. So some Zergling's going to head out here to the front and speed about halfway finished, making a Roach Warren. So getting those Roaches out pretty quick. And he's already got 2 Queens up and going. Already has a Creep Tumor getting ready to be spread. And looks like we're going to have some sentries coming out. Excuse me. Had a cashew go down the wrong hole there. So anyways, it looks like TT1 is going to go for a sentry expand. Yeah, right before this game I had some honey roasted cashews. Those things are delicious. They're hard to find. Most of the time you only get honey roasted peanuts. Not as good. Go for the honey roasted cashews. So much better. But IdrA is going to start droning here, and I'm kind of anticipating IdrA to just play really aggressive here, try and break this fast expansion. Roaches and Speedlings can really hurt a Protoss player that goes really heavy sentries. And we have 5 Roaches on the way out, so right here we're going to have IdrA playing very aggressive. He's got a really nice surround of his opponent's base, going to deny any scouting. This probe is going to try out and get some scouting information, but he sees those Zerglings and he's going to fall back. And Fnatic is going to have to throw down a forge, get some more gateways up. He is on 3 gateways right now, so he has a decent amount of production, but there's 12 Zerglings and 7 Roaches out. And IdrA is on the attack. He's going to devote most of his forces, probably all of his larvae, 2 units, and pressure out on this attack, but actually he's going to go for these rocks first. Maybe he's going to kill the rocks and then go for an attack. I'm not quite sure. There are a lot of sentries down here, so maybe he's just going to scrap the whole plan to begin with. He hasn't even scouted the expansion. That's quite odd. There's an expansion down there. Surprised he hasn't scouted that. It's kind of actually pretty odd here. So he's going to actually see these units pushing here with the Zerglings, but that's not really going to cause him to overmake units because he's already making a lot of units. So he's going to take out those rocks. No, no, he's not. He's going to push out, and he doesn't see the expansion yet, but he's going to go here anyway. I guess he's just assuming there's an expansion. Now he's going to go big attack here. Roaches, Zerglings up front, and force field's going to go down. We'll see how many units he can get here. Get some good force fields. Going to need to keep those roaches back as far as possible. Kicking off a lot of Zerglings. 24 Zerglings out on the way. This is going to come down to TT1 whether or not he can get some really great force fields. Zergling's going to come in from behind. He's going to need a force field. That doesn't get a good enough force field. And these sentries are just getting picked off left and right here. Wow. MSI TT1 just basically lost his entire force there. I mean, these stream of Zerglings are just going to end this game right here already. TT1 didn't get any cannons up, didn't go for a forge, didn't go for anything like that. And he's paying for it right here. This really quick roach Zergling timing just took him by surprise. And there we have the GG from TT1, and this game was over very quickly. One attack from IdrA just puts that final nail in the coffin, cuts him off. 29 harvesters, that's what IdrA got up here to. But that'll put IdrA up to a 1-0 lead versus TT1, and we're going to move on into game number 2 next.